Well, good morning folks, how are we doing? Unexpected week off work this week. I was off Friday anyway because we're going to the MCM Festival of Motorcycling this weekend. Can't wait for that. The weather is forecast glorious for once. For once we've booked a camping trip and it's glorious. Anyway, back to the thumbnail. As you know, last weekend we went up to, where did we go? We went to Shell Island in North Wales camping. The weather wasn't brilliant. It was a bit like this. It was forecast lovely, and then the closer it were getting, it turned to rain. Can't be helped, can it? And a fella messaged us called Chris George. Now he knows this is going out. He's actually asked us to put it out. I wasn't going to do. Oh, got nearly at them birds then. Crazy. Yeah, so thanks for letting us do this, Chris. I know it's embarrassing, but you can't let me have that on video and not put it out there. It's just against the law, that. You can't have somebody binning it on grass, wet grass, and not put it out. It'd be a criminal. Anyway, Chris came up and met us. Turned up, come from Reading. Nearly 5 hour trip for him. Couple of fuel ups on way, brew and that. And I heard this bike rolling in. So pops me head out at tent as you do. And I see this Honda Rebel with hardly any luggage on it. And I thought, I wonder where he's stopping like. So he said on the way up he called into Alfred's and got this £20 tent. And that's where it sort of went down from that point. So £20 tent, he's not even opened it. Still in the wrapper, receipt round and everything. Not even opened it. And a little self-inflating airbed that didn't really self-inflate. And when it did, it was about that thick. And about that wide and about 5 foot long, if that. So anyway, give him a lift, put the tent up. It was up in 3 minutes, tent was up. Couldn't really inflate the airbed as we hoped. Get the tent up. And then we strided the tent house. Better watch where I'm going here. Yeah, so we strided the tent house. And it was a smidge on 5 foot. I thought, now hang on. It was probably the same height as me, if not a tiny bit taller. So we're talking 6 foot. And you're not really going to be lengthways it tent. Single skin. Made out of tracing paper, basically. I'll let you know where I'm going. I'm having a mooch through Trafford Bowland. Then I'm going to go up to Devil's Bridge for a Brewster. I've got some brewing tackle in the boot. But I just wanted to put this out because he'd asked us to put it out. So I thought I'm just giving you the full story to it, just so you know what the script is. So anyway, all was well. It weren't raining at this point, so we're alright. But I said, I'm not sure I'd even fit in that tent. I don't think I'd actually physically fit in the tent. So he gets it up anyway, gets all the stuff in and that. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, rather you than me, pal. So we had a couple of beers at our tent, and then we went to the pub. We had a fair few more beers in there. And then it might have been about 9:30, 10 or whatever it was, Chris said, right, I'm making my way back to the tent. I had a couple more. I met another couple in the bar, a couple of bikers. So I had a few more beers with them, and then I moved back. Just as we're getting back, the heavens opened, shot in my tent, put kettle on, and made a brew. So I'm sat there listening to the rain, quite nice, on the tent, in a big tent, listening to the rain, thinking, God help Chris in that little tent. So anyway, the rain was persistent all night long. It was persistent, just did not let up. Got up in the morning, I'd had a few, because I wake up early being a wagon driver. I'm always up early. So I'd had a couple of brews, had a little mooch around. By about 7 o'clock it stopped, just spitting then. Everyone in is spitting, just spitting then. Says Chris, and he was soaked. He was absolutely soaked. His sleeping bag was soaking through. He was freezing cold. His tent was leaking. And he was gutted. He was proper gutted. So that at that point, he weren't sure if he was stopping the extra night. And I said to him, I said, listen buddy, if I were you, I'd pack up and rag off while you've got chance while it's dry. As nice as the site is, as nice as there's loads of stuff to do, I would not be getting back into a tent with a wet sleeping bag. I would not be doing it. I set off this morning. What are we on now? We're on 9:30. I set off this morning and it was glorious. It was absolutely glorious. No, let's just try and stop it. Let's stop it in gear. Yeah, it was absolutely glorious. Where are you? Yeah, there. Let's get you off. Show you where we are. So the Tropper Bowling's like over that direction. Longridge and Preston's over there. So yeah. So I said to him, I said, how are you mate? I'd pack up and rag off. Nowhere would I be getting in a tent. Wet sleeping bag, freezing cold, wet clothes. Not happening. Not happening at all. And that's where the fun happened. So we packed up, put all this stuff away, said to ours, and I said, right, I'll film you coming off the site. Bit of footage for YouTube and that. I'll film you coming off the site. Now, do you ever remember back in the days with the 500cc Grand Prix bikes, and there was that saying, too much, too soon. That's what happened here. Too much, too soon. So he's on his 500 Rebel. On the camera, on the thing now, you're not going to see it, but because cameras just flatten gradients, don't they? But it was quite steep. It was sort of off camber, and it was soaking wet. So I know I've dragged this out of it, but I couldn't just put a 20-second video up on YouTube. That'd just be stupid, wouldn't it? Well, anyway, without further ado, sorry, Chris. Yeah, watch this. Just as we're leaving the site, or as he's leaving the site. Have a look. You ride safe, buddy. Thanks for coming. Knew it was going to happen then. I told you to stay down. Looks like we planned that. What's that? That was graceful, wasn't it? If you're going to crash like that, it was graceful. I think he hurt his little pinky finger and he cracked the mirror in the. I think it's the left-hand mirror got cracked. But we can't just show it once, can we? Nah. Let's show it again. Come on, forwards and backwards. So I had to put it out there. He actually sent us a message to put it out there. He said you can't, like I say, you can't have that and not show people. It's a bit of fun, innit? Everyone's done daft stuff. Let's not bombard the comments with, oh, you done this. He's only been riding a year. So, just give somebody a break, innit? Shit happens, and it was fun. Never got hurt. You learn from it, don't you? So anyway, I'm going to crack on with this. I will start a day's video because I'm going to do some nice twisted roads now, and it's the first big ride on this, and I'm trying a different resolution and frame rate on the GoPro because I think for our Italy tour we are going to change that, but I'll let you know on the big ride of that. So this will be out probably Wednesday. So you're probably watching this Wednesday, and then Friday or Saturday I'll put today's ride out, if you know what I mean. So I'll see you on Saturday from today, something like that. See you later, folks. Ta-ra. Cheers, Chris.